Hey, my name is Sophie from Sophisticated Organization. Welcome back to my channel. Today is kind of a part 2 of my closet declutter, refresh, organize. So a little while back, I did the rest of my closet. I did all of my clothing, and today we're gonna be doing accessories. So I mostly have in my closet here, I have purses and shoes. I have a couple of scarves. I have some jewelry here. I also keep some in my bathroom. So we're gonna kind of move around a little bit, but go through all of my different accessories and give this space a tiny bit of a refresh, make sure I like the way that it's organized, and see if I can declutter anything. So if that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned because let's get started. Starting with shoes, because that is the biggest category here, I'm going to go category by category and do my flip-flops and sandals first. So I'm pulling all of them out from the bottom here. I had them organized in some old office supply letter sorters, which really works well. It keeps them contained, orderly, and has been a solution I've been using for years now. First up, I organized them by color, and then I'm going to go through that way and kind of figure out how many black sandals do I really need? How many nude neutral sandals do I really need? And then decide what I really like and wear. Looking through my pile like this, I have so many sandals that are the same style, and I wish I had more of a variety. So that pile on the right are the sandals that I'm deciding to declutter, and the rest I think I'm going to keep for now, and really be mindful not to purchase any more sandals that are the same style. And if I do ever want to add more to my collection, that I should try and get something that's a little bit different. Sometimes I'm broken, too much of emotion. Sometimes I'm delighted, don't want to pick a fight with. Next category I have way at the top of that unit there, and I have my slide-on sneakers and some of my other sneakers. And that made me think and realize I didn't have all of my shoes gathered in my closet. So I ran quickly downstairs to the mudroom to grab my other tennis shoes so I could evaluate absolutely everything. So step 1, if you're going through your shoes, would be to gather everything in one spot so you're going through all of them at once. Sorting them by category again, Jim actually walked in, so I asked his opinion on these 3 pairs of sneaker slide type shoes that I had, as well as some of my tennis shoes. So the 3 sneaker slides, the gold ones are just really old, and I actually love them. They're so comfortable. The gray ones are a little bit less comfortable, and then the purple ones are kind of, a fashion statement. The tennis shoes that are blue and pink, those are my running tennis shoes. One's my old pair, one's my new pair. So my old pair I'm fine hiking in and getting really dirty. And then my other tennis shoes I use and love and wear. So I don't need to have this many pairs of tennis shoes at once. I don't know how I got to this point, but since I have them and they're good and they fit me, I am going to keep them and not buy more tennis shoes till I get multiple pairs out of my collection. Next up is this larger unit where I have all of my dress shoes, my heels, my short boots, and flats. They're already organized in here by color, so I'm just going to go row by row. I have 2 pairs of black boots that are very similar, but I wear both of them, so I'm going to keep them. Then for my black heels, I don't think I like these heels anymore. I'm not going into an office anymore like I used to, and that was the main purpose of wearing those heels. So I think I'm gonna get rid of them. They also seem like they're not really in style anymore with the rounded toe, and I just don't like them. The next row up, I have 3 pairs of black flats. I like all of these, so I'm going to keep all of them. Then I have 2 pairs of boots that are kind of similar here, so I'm gonna pull one down and think about it. These sandals I love. I got them at the Nordstrom sale last year, and they are one of my favorite purchases. For my nude and neutral sandals, the one on the left here are so old and so gross, and all 3 of these are similar, so I'm for sure going to get rid of those finally. I pulled down a pair of heels that I know are uncomfortable. At least I remember them being uncomfortable, so I'm probably going to try those on. And here we have Jim and Owen coming to check in on us again. They are so cute. Jim was hanging out with Owen while I was filming this video and getting some decluttering done, so that was really nice, but cute that they kept coming to check in on us. So on the ground here, this is the pile of things that I'm thinking about decluttering. I wanted to try on those heels. The second I put them on, I barely walked around and I knew they were just not going to work out for me. So those are going to go. I just did some quick rearranging because there was a little bit of extra room there. Brought some of the slide sneakers over to this side because there was more space. And here is what the final product looks like. Moving on to clutches, I also used an office organizer for these. Really great way to store it and make everything as visible as possible. This purple clutch I used to use for my passport and traveling and haven't used it for any other purpose. So I think I might actually move it and bring it back for that purpose and use it when I travel and take it out of my closet with all my other clutches. I'm just arranging and rearranging to see how it fits and what fits best. And then I'll move on to my smaller crossbody purses. I have a clear one that I don't love but have to keep for when we go to sporting events or concerts and you have to have a clear bag. And I'm just going to go through the rest of them, make sure I like them, and pull out anything that might still be left over in those bags because I like to keep my purses empty and without anything in them. Then I have 2 little sections of larger purses and tote bags. I had this blue scarf in one of them that was so wrinkly. My husband Jim actually got that for me when he was in Paris. It's an Hermes scarf, so it's really nice. And I think it would look really pretty tied onto that bag. So I'm going to pull it out and iron it and then tie it onto that tote bag. This brown bag is the bag I used to use for work, and I just found my parking pass in it from work, so I'm going to pull that out of there and then continue to go through the rest of those handbags and see if there are any things in there that I should be pulling out, like chapsticks or anything like that, and make a little pile of it. Sometimes when I'm reasoning about us, I found a mask in this purse. I assume it's been used, so I should probably pull that out and give it a wash. But I was pleasantly surprised that I didn't have a ton of things in these purses and they were empty for the most part. Now to rearrange and put them back. I'm not getting rid of a ton of purses here. All of these are still in good shape and good condition, and I like that I have a variety of different shapes, sizes, and colors and patterns so I can match with different outfits. So because I still love them, use them, and they're in good condition, I am going to keep them. I had some scarves down here and pashminas, so I wanted to go through that. I have one baseball hat, so I'm going to keep one. And then the pashminas I have two blacks, a ivory, and a purple. And then here are all the items that I am going to get rid of that were in my closet. It's not a ton, but I think it's a fair amount. The other area where I have some accessories in my closet are these hanging necklaces. And there are a few that I think I can get rid of here as well. It's funny, I used to have 2 of these hanging necklace organizers and they used to be completely stuffed, and now I'm down to 1 and there's barely any on it. So I'm making a lot of progress. Then the rest of my jewelry I keep in my bathroom, all my little earrings and bracelets and small necklaces that aren't really long, and I don't worry about getting tangled too much. For the small divided trays, I have 2 of them. One, I put all of my gold jewelry, and one, I put my silver jewelry. I like to match my gold and silver jewelry, so if I'm wearing gold earrings, I like to wear a gold necklace that matches it, or when I'm picking out what jewelry I want to wear, I usually start by, do I want it to be gold or silver, and then pick from that. So sorting it that way works best for me. And for the most part, the 2 smaller organizers end up being earrings. Sometimes I put small necklaces in there, and sometimes some of the large hoop earrings or larger dangly earrings don't fit in those. So I have 2 other organizers I can put them in. As I was going through and deciding what to keep, I was also making sure all of the earrings had backs to them. I bought a pack of just earring backs and have them in one of the small little divided spots. So whenever I lose a back to an earring, I have backups. And I'm just making sure that each earring has a matching set of earring backs to them as I'm putting them away. Finished with the gold, so it's on to the silver, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. Go through everything, find matching pairs, and that little pile on the left-hand side of the screen, that is what I'm getting rid of. I always think this is a good exercise to do at least annually. That way, not only can you get rid of things that you're not using, it's always good to go through a little bit of declutter throughout your entire house on an annual basis. But the other added benefit when it comes to accessories, jewelry, your clothing, you remember what you have. I personally get in a rut of wearing the same earrings over and over and over again. I have a few stud earrings that are smaller that I like to wear on a daily basis. So sometimes I'll have those just in the little jewelry dish on top of my bathroom countertop, and I forget all of the other options that I have inside that top drawer of our bathroom. So by going through and touching each piece of jewelry, rearranging things, making sure it's nice, neat, and orderly, I then am reminded of some of my favorite pieces and kind of feel inspired to wear some of those things that I may have forgotten about. With this larger bin, I'm going through all my necklaces, making sure that there are no knots and everything looks like it's in good condition, because I know there are some where I was missing a gem on it or something might have been broken. So I wanted to take a careful inspection of each of them. Found a couple actually that I decided to part with and made some space to spread out the rest of my jewelry. Like nobody is judging while we're dancing to The last and final bin, I had a lot of bracelets here, and I have tiny, tiny wrists, so bracelets don't always fit me very well. I have some bangle bracelets. Those are the worst for small wrists, so I got rid of 2 of those actually, and the rest of my bracelets that I ended up keeping are mostly ones that are adjustable, are stretchy, or I have a couple that were actually custom made for me, so those I ended up keeping. And here are all of the pieces of jewelry I'm decluttering. Thanks so much for sticking through today's video and watching as I decluttered my accessories. Hopefully you got a little bit of motivation to go through yours as well. If you did enjoy today's video, I'd appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. That way I know you're enjoying these types of videos. Subscribe to my channel for more. Again, I'm gonna be moving through the rest of my house, kind of doing this in a bunch of different spaces. So stay tuned for all of that. And until next time, I will see you guys later.